Hi, I'm Brent, founder of Organic Teaching Materials, which later became, following its acquisition, Meisha Discovery English. I'm very excited to share with you what my team and I developed. English has emerged as the de facto global language. It facilitates communication across international borders and serves as a common medium in business, science, diplomacy, and more. In an increasingly interconnected world, the ability to communicate globally is more essential than ever. I founded Organic Teaching Materials with the mission to help bridge this gap and empower young students to succeed in a global landscape because to thrive in today's world, international communication is essential. First, let's see what Meisha Discovery English is. Meisha Discovery English is a comprehensive hybrid suite of curricula blending online and offline learning with rich resources for teachers, students, and parents. It encompasses three key areas: reading and writing, phonics, and listening and speaking. It's designed for students aged 3 to 7 years old. The program offers a structured 4-year learning journey that supports early language development, equipping learners to thrive in an increasingly interconnected world. The three curricula are narrative centered, following the journeys of two characters, Max and Jimmy. As students learn, they are immersed in an imaginative world. They join the characters as they explore the universe with their alien friends. Together, they adventure through time, discovering and using the power of mysterious gadgets to save the world from misunderstood villains who are unknowingly putting the universe in peril. This is the weekly schedule for students. Students have a combination of daily bite sized learning activities completed at home, offline classes, and virtual sessions. The homework complements the real time classes with a focus on building student understanding. In the real time classes, students actively apply and deepen the knowledge acquired through their at home learning. Let's dive deeper into the three curricula: listening and speaking, reading and writing, and phonics. Listening and speaking uses a comical dialogue series that has a repetitive question and answer format, such as, "What should I often eat?" "You should eat some type of food often." This is aimed at building short conversations and expanding vocabulary. Reading and writing has two key resources: the Adventure series and the Reader. The Adventure series introduces 2 to 3 high frequency words per episode in a Netflix style format with 30 episodes per season, each ending with a cliffhanger to spark curiosity. The Reader focuses on reading aloud, using the same high frequency words in a repetitive structure like the food will be ripe soon. Phonics features an interactive animated reader where students match sounds to letters, practice speaking, and build phonetic awareness. These curricula reinforce each other. Vocabulary from listening and speaking reappears in reading and writing, where students shift from verbal usage to recognizing words on the page. In phonics, students learn to sound out unfamiliar words like plum, connecting phonetic skills with words they encounter in other curricula. Let's go through the listening and speaking curriculum to see the types of activities students use to master the content. Students begin by getting the main story read to them within the app. In the story, they get introduced to the question and answer structures and the vocabulary. The structure of these stories is highly repetitive, so students get exposure to the lesson content in multiple scenarios, making the content easy to understand and absorb. The in class lesson activities are based around each narrative to create a cohesive learning experience. Each level has 18 dialogue series books that progress in increasing level of difficulty. After the main story, students watch an interactive video that breaks down the main content so students understand the meaning and get additional exposure to the target language. Then, throughout the week, students receive daily homework sent at a specified time to master all the content that they were introduced to in the dialogue story and preview video. After students have a fundamental grasp of the concepts from the at home games and exercises, they participate in real time classes with a teacher and other students. The teacher is provided with a lesson plan and interactive courseware that is aligned to what the students have learned in the app. A cool feature about the listening and speaking course is that students can unlock interactive cartoons that reinforce the content they have been learning while extending their knowledge about that content. Let's go through the reading and writing curriculum to see the types of activities students use to master the content. Students start each week of the reading and writing curriculum by having content introduced through a story. In this case, it is the Adventure series. Each episode introduces 2 to 3 high frequency words to introduce meaning, grammar, and syntax. Each 1 year level is comprised of 30 episodes of an interconnected story. This series was so popular with students that we had to implement a lock system within the application to prevent students from binge reading. For the reading and writing curriculum, students are also sent daily homework via the app. The activities progress in difficulty as each day passes, practicing both receptive and productive skills. The variety of games and activities sustain student interest. Another main resource for this curriculum is the reader. In the readers, students practice their reading aloud skills. All readers are designed to include the vocabulary from the listening and speaking curriculum and the high frequency words from the Adventure series. The Reader series was methodically written to ensure that all non target vocabulary words were taught previously. Each level has 27 readers for a total of 108 of them. Cumulatively, they teach 220 high frequency words and 95 high frequency nouns. A cool feature about the reading and writing course is the 3D scenes, characters, and props that the students use in creative ways in the offline classes to retell the stories and create stories of their own. Let's briefly look at the phonics curriculum. As with the other two curriculum, teachers are provided with a courseware for each class with interactive exercises, in-class games, entertaining stories, activities, songs, and more. The main resource for the phonics course is an interactive animated phonics cartoon. Students get introduced the main content, such as the letter name, the sound it makes, how to write it, and more. There are various other highlights to the curriculum. I'll touch on 3 of them. The suite of courses follows a mastery based learning approach, allowing students unlimited attempts to complete exercises. The exercises are adaptive, honing in on areas where students need additional practice. Furthermore, students can customize their learning experience by selecting their preferred difficulty level, tailoring it to their personal preference. Tracking learning outcomes to make timely interventions was a core component integrated into the curricula. We always made sure to communicate outcomes to parents and students frequently with reports that gave personalized, actionable feedback. This includes pre assessment, daily class reports, weekly formative assessment, quarterly evaluations, and midterm final assessment. Getting parents more involved in the studies of their children was a top priority for us. One way to help parents get involved was sending them weekly tips on how to help their children at home. This included teaching tips, instructions how to play fun learning games, and informing parents about the learning process. That's all for this overview of Meisha Discovery English. If you'd like to get in touch, feel free to reach out on LinkedIn. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.